This millionaire has got to be the cringiest person on the internet. Just check this out.
Tristan Tate pulled up a video, his favorite whiskey, Johnny Walker. What do I do at duty free? Johnny Walker. That night, sipping the Johnny Walker in the war room by myself with him, chilling. Why? I studied, bro. I knew what he liked. Dude, every guy that I want to get into the room with, I know as much as I can about them. Like, I'll go up and be like, yo, bro, how did and I'll drop something that he did last week. How was it? Oh, this guy's paying attention.
His name is Belmar, and he kind of is the knockout version of Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate. He kind of gives people that persona that he's better than everyone, and he's been here before, and you should just listen to him and shut up. And you can't tell him anything because he's already done it before, and he's smarter than you. But I'm about to show you why he's the weirdest person and why you should never listen to this type of person.
You don't need millions of followers. You just need 300 dudes that will go to war for you. Think about it. 300 dudes. Everybody nets $1 million a year, which is super easy to do. Now you have a network that's worth $300 million in its first year. The next year, it's worth 600. In 10 years, you have a $3 billion network. How do you think the rich people operate? Yeah, they're operating in this manner. You need to be able to move in a group, because when you're with a lot of people, you can multiply a lot quicker.
Yeah, so you don't need millions of followers. You just need 300 people that will go to war with you. That makes no sense at all. Matter of fact, people don't want to go to war for their country. What makes you think that people would want to go to war for you? Then he goes on to explain that if they're rich, you're rich. That is not how that works. That is not how that works. This dude's out here claiming other people's money. If you associate yourself with a millionaire, you're a millionaire in his mind, basically saying that you can take their money. No one's giving this dude their money if they're a millionaire.
There is no difference between being an OnlyFans model and a soldier. No, the Patriots! You're still selling your body. You're just selling it to somebody else. Have you not seen? The military contracts you sold. You're a piece of property. That's why they call them boots on the ground and not humans. That's why they call them casualties and not people dead. Expendable resources for the military-industrial complex.
Guys, I don't know what his logic is. That makes no sense. An OF model is on the same level as someone in the military. So this honorable thing that people do for their country, they serve the military to protect their families and their friends. And the OF model is selling, obviously, what they're selling. And they're on the same level because they're selling their bodies? This guy is insane. I don't know how he has a platform. On Instagram, he has over 500,000 followers. So these people actually look up to this guy and they're listening to what he's saying. They're actually believing it.
Do you know that driver's licenses in the United States, I don't know about the rest of the world, you know that you can technically drive without a driver's license? Even the cops don't know this shit. This is in the law, federal law. You only need a driver's license for commercial driving. But if you're doing point A to point B leisure traveling, you technically do not need a driver's license, nor do you need license plates. But most of you guys do what you've been told since the moment you were born because that's all you know.
Now, I don't think I really need to explain this to my viewers, but if you're someone out there right now and you believe you can drive without a license just because, you're dumb. I'm sorry. I hate to tell you, but you're dumb. You're driving around without a license, you get pulled over, you're going to jail, or you're getting a ticket and you're getting cited. But I found this one guy, he's a lawyer, and he explains it very well, how you could drive with a license, which I understand there's certain scenarios you could. Listen to this.
In the state of Texas, can I drive without a license if there's an emergency? In the state of Texas, we have what is called the necessity defense. This is an affirmative defense, which means the burden is on the defendant to raise it at trial. But it basically boils down to two principles. One, you have violated the law because it is immediately necessary to avoid imminent harm. And then two, by violating that law, you have not created a bigger harm than you would have suffered had you not violated. And this applies perfectly in a situation where you don't have a driver's license, but you need to drive in order to avoid a harm. You're at your sneaky link's house, her husband comes home, he's got a shotgun, you've got to get the hell out of there because he is about to pew pew your wee wee, and that means you gotta go. So you jump in a truck and you start driving. Are you violating the law because you don't have a driver's license? Yes, but in doing so, have you created a greater harm what would have been created had you stayed and gotten your wee wee shot off by the pew pew? No. Therefore, if you are cited in that situation, you have a defense, and it's called the necessity defense.
So no fun snack?
No, bro.
You don't eat a bag of chips ever?
Never, bro.
You're lying.
Never, bro. Would you cheat on your wife once?
No.
Why?
That's cheating.
Because it's disgusting. Why would you cheat on yourself?
I want to say having a little bag of chips.
Yeah, and having
cheating.
a little side isn't that bad either. Remember what the Bible says. If you do not take care of the temple, God will destroy it. It's in the Bible. And if you believe the Bible, well, then you better start taking care of your vessel.
This dude's comparisons are like so weird. He comes from left field every single time he says something comparing. I understand what he's saying, like you should treat your body with like respect, eat, all that stuff. I highly doubt he doesn't have a cookie here and there, a Hershey's bar. I mean, he might be more strict as a normal person, but how does that relate to cheating on your wife? Please explain. Someone down in the comics, how is that on the same level? Having a candy bar is just some guilty pleasure sometimes. Now, if you're having it every day, that's too much, but this guy's comparisons are crazy.
So why have you pursued earning so much money?
Because it's easy.
How is it easy to make money then? Because I imagine a lot of our viewers out there are striving for money. And if you can help them out.
The problem is they're striving. You strive for air. I don't strive. The money comes to me. Why? Because you become the type of person that attracts money. How? Position yourself in the right rooms. Read the right books. Think the right thoughts. Develop the right frameworks. I think we find ourselves in a situation with truth where people don't like it because it's a mirror that reflects who they are. And when you get a true reflection of who you are, it can be offensive. And sometimes you need to be offended in order to change.
I think sometimes the rich, like, they're so out of touch, they don't understand what it's like to be someone that might be poor. Not only are these people like not trying to go to bed hungry, they're trying to make money for their family. And this guy's talking about money just comes to him, but that probably does happen to him because he's already rich. When you have these supercars and big houses and stuff, people want to talk to you because they want to know, how'd you get all this money? If someone's just trying to eat, they're striving for the money because they need to eat or they're gonna die. This has got to be the funniest clip. I'm gonna give some context. So he was invited to Tristan Tate and Andrew Tate's house, and he's talking to Tristan Tate outside, and he simply asked this guy what his favorite car was, and this is how he reacted.
Broke in the pocket.
Your favorite car, bro?
The red one, the Aston Martin.
Tristan thinks well, guys. Critical thinking, I fucking love it. Very rare.
Just wait till somebody creates an AI that puts Jesus, Muhammad, Buddha, all into one, and people start worshiping the church of AI. Watch it, clip this. Motherfuckers in Japan already have virtual girlfriends in the metaverse. Remember, 50, 100 years ago, very few people were talking about cell phones. 20, 30 years ago, people were talking about the internet changing the world, and everybody called them freaks.
So Luke has a course. Like, who would have guessed that Luke has a course? And it's in his bio on his Instagram. You go to it, it's a Telegram, and it begins with a video basically saying that he made his money off crypto and he doesn't have enough time to reach out to people through DM, so he decided that he was going to make his own space for it. And they use buzzwords like free and the best and the best and best, but we all know that it's not really free, and it's going to be some time down the line that you're going to be of fear of missing out. So you have to purchase something so that you have the best of something.
Welcome to my free crypto group, Gem Hunters. When I first got started in this space, buying Bitcoin for about $588, I never imagined things would get so crazy. The biggest question that I get from my community is, Luke, how do I get started with crypto? Which is why I created this free group known as Gem Hunters to give you access to the best resources and tools and experts that the market can offer.
Luke is a very out of touch person that just says random stuff, and I don't know how he has followers, but they somehow believe it. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. But for some reason, YouTube thinks you would like this video on the screen right now, so we might as well just watch that video if you watch this far.